just start off. Well, with Andy Williams, congratulations on the win and your 2 goals. You must be buzzing right now, as well as your teammates.
Yeah, delighted. It's a massive win for us. I think long overdue. I think it's been frustrating. I think our 3 away performances haven't been bad and not got the 3 results we deserve from them. Obviously, the home form hasn't been great up until today, so yeah, much needed win, and the boys definitely produced today, which is brilliant.
How nice was it for you to start up front, because you played some cameo roles, you played alongside May Campbell recently, but you were the main man today?
Yeah, I've had a few starts, to be honest, this season, which is nice, and me and Rem had a little bit of a partnership for a couple of games. He had a bit of a knock today, so he wasn't able to start, but yeah, I love it. Obviously, just want to play as much football as I can. You know, the days are ticking away in that respect. So yeah, it's great to be out there. I can still do my minutes as I've shown, and yeah, hopefully I can still be a massive asset for this team.
Can I just say, I know you turned 39, 14th of August? How did I remember that? So happy birthday for that. But may I say, you look the fittest player on the pitch.
Yeah, like I tell everyone in there, it's just a number, you know. I've looked after myself since the start of my career, and I owe a lot to the people at this club at the start of my career. Tony Ford and Graham Turner sort of teaching me how to look after myself from day one, and you know, I've done that throughout. You know, don't drink, don't smoke, don't do anything that damages your health, and it pays you back eventually. And yeah, I feel as fit as I ever do. Obviously, you feel like you lose a little bit of a yard sometimes, but as long as your brain's still working, you can gain that yard in your head, and it doesn't really affect it, especially at this level, hopefully. So yeah, hopefully I can still have a positive impact on the team like I did today.
I don't see you scoring scrappy goals. They're always pretty special as well. Talk us through the first one, the little Cruyff turn first of all.
Yeah, I think the second one could be described as scrappy, but yeah, the first one, to be honest, I wanted Lance to set me a little bit so I could do it on the right, but as it was a firm pass into me, I had to chop, and yeah, obviously I backed myself from both feet. So I'm trying to teach the kids now, you know, you've got 2 weapons down there if you can use both of them. So yeah, I was comfortable to take the shot on my left, and don't know where the keeper was, thankfully, and it went in the back of the net.
And the second one, scrappy really, you rose highest from the corner, and a beautifully nodded header, kissed off the post and went in.
It wasn't quite that part of my body, unfortunately, no, it was a bit lower down than the head.
Oh, was it? Yeah. From my position I thought it was the head, but no. Okay.
It glanced off a bit lower down.
We won't mention which position.
Yeah, no, I don't know how much we can say on where exactly it, but I think there's a picture of me touching it at the end, so yeah, just to confirm, touched my behind, which is, you know, they're the ones. It doesn't matter how it goes in, as long as you know it goes in, and sometimes you have to over celebrate just to let everyone know it has touched you and gone in, and yeah, that was definitely one of those moments.
Definitely a striker's instinct. It came off me last. They go in, as you say, they all count. What was the turnaround today in performance? Because it was pretty flat, wasn't it, at Radcliffe, to be fair, and some other games here, particularly here at Edgar Street. What's been the turnaround this week? What has Paul Caddis been saying to you as a group?
I think the frustration we've had the last few games, like I said, I know Radcliffe seemed flat, but we had to sort of build from something. We didn't have a sort of a solid block to build from, and that was sort of the message. You know, get back to the basics, and that was massive today. That Alfreton is sort of team that just throw everything in the box. As you saw, every throw in, every set piece just goes in the box. So we knew we had to deal with that side of it, because that's something that's let us down in the last few games. And obviously, a lot of things are judged on results, and we've just conceded sloppy goals at the wrong times of games, which has made it harder to then go at the other end and score goals, because teams just bank in. So I think it's just getting that early goal, getting a bit of momentum, settling a few down, especially at home. And you know, there's a lot of young lads out there, and there's not many crowds as good as ours in this league. So sometimes as much of it's a weapon when you're going well, until you get used to it, you know, it can be a bit daunting for some. And I think that was massive today, and I think you can really see a bit more quality from a few more once you get ahead in the game, and see what quality we have got in this dressing room.
And it seemed to gel today. I said to Paul, there's a lot of fluency in the side. You had the front 3 interchanges as well, in and around you as well. Who are the players that excite you as a striker coming in during the summer?
Yeah, obviously it was nice. I didn't play too much towards the end of last season in terms of minutes on the pitch, so I like playing with another target man like I do with Rem, and then Mars always looks for you as a striker, which is great to play with, and then bringing in Alani looks like a real threat. Eno, you know, people that are just positive and want to get down line, get in the box and supply service to you. And yeah, it's great having Lawson and Matt in there backing things up and keeping the ball ticking over. I think that was the difference today, just the confidence to get on the ball and move it, and Lawson is massive for us in that position. He's so good at just getting on the ball and keeping the game ticking over, and I think that was what won us the game today, is keeping the ball. And of course, we can't not talk about the debutant as well at the back, because he was absolutely brilliant.
I was going to ask you about Michael Parker. Yeah, so assured, 21 years of age, straight into the mix, and he looked like he'd been playing there all season.
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, it's not unheard of at this level for people just to come in on a match day and you haven't met him much before, but to do what he did today off the back of that and not really knowing anyone, I thought he was incredible. Deserved man of the match, to be honest, in my opinion. I thought he was such a rock at the back, but also starting attacks off by bringing the ball out, and yeah, hopefully that's the start of things to come for him.
And it's a tight turnaround, Tuesday night, Bedford. Do you hope to start and do it all again?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, we've had a lot of tight turnarounds recently. Saturday, Tuesdays are a little bit tricky as you get older in terms of recovery time. That's the only thing that does change as you get older. It takes a little bit longer to recover. But Saturday, Tuesdays are fine. Saturday, Mondays was a bit more of a push. But yeah, the fixtures in the start of the season, the last couple of years have been absolutely mental. But hopefully, as the season pans out, it'll make life a little bit easier, and I'll have plenty of time to rest the legs in between.
Yeah. And it's great to have this feeling, isn't it, amongst the players and the fans as well. They're on their feet. They gave you a standing ovation. They gave Ento a standing ovation in the Merton stand. It's so good to see.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the way they stuck by us has been incredible. Even away at Radcliffe, it felt like a damp squid for them to come all that way and not see a great deal. Even though I felt we were on top second half, we probably huffed and puffed without really looking at scoring. And they've stuck by us, and that's so massive. It's so important everybody sticks together at this football club, because those thousands that we've got here are only a weapon if we're all together. If you've got a little section that and rightly so, everyone pays for their opinion. I appreciate that, and if you want to boo, you boo at times, but if we can keep everyone on side like we did and look at the difference it's made, they get their rewards today, and hopefully they're partying sensibly tonight and be ready for Tuesday themselves.
Wasn't a match ball, but not bad a brace today, and a good performance all round. Congratulations, Andy, and to the team today. Brilliant stuff.
Brilliant, thank you.
Thank you.